Hey, Daniel once again, back at it. Part part three, day three, day three. I'm out here in the park where it all began, and this little park right here. I don't know if you could see. Little trip down memory lane. Me and my friends used to come to this park about 22 years ago. This is our smoke spot. This is new though. Bleachers over there. This is it, man. Day three. Day three on the journey. The process. The getting better, you know? This is exactly one of the benches that we used to chill at. And I would say, unfortunately, the thing is all the people I used to hang around with that used to, we all used to meet up here and smoke and drink and do whatever we used to do. I don't see much evolution in these people, you know? They might have better careers now. They might have good jobs. They might have an apartment or a house. However, I just feel like I don't see much evolution in people, you know? I feel like people still have the same habits. They're relatively the same characters as like 20 years ago plus. I gotta put these glasses on because this phone, man, has like a light border to light up my face and it's blinding me. So now I'm a little bit better, you know? But yeah, this is where we all used to meet up. We all used to chill and hang. I also have good news too. I did not smoke yesterday. Yesterday was day three, and I didn't even smoke. I haven't been smoking during the day for maybe 4, 5, 6 days prior, and that was really helping me, you know, because I was like weaning off and trying to not overwhelm myself so much. Once I decided, you know, whenever that day came where I thought like, hey, this is the night that I could just not smoke, you know, I could just lay my head to rest and hope for the best. And that's what I did. I may have got to bed a little bit late, you know, I may have got to bed at like 3, 4 in the morning, but it was all worth it because, you know, I got some sleep, which is I'm really grateful for. And I woke up today and I was in good shape. I worked out a couple of times, which is ideally what I like and what I'm going for. So yeah, day three. day 3 of quitting Mary J. And yesterday was day 2, and I took it upon myself to not smoke. And I managed to. I was alright, man. I was alright. I was okay. So yeah, back to what I was saying, it's like the people that we used to do these things with, we used to get together and smoke with and all that. If you're in the same position as me and you feel like, you see these people years later, or you still hang around with these people, open your eyes and pay attention. A lot of people stuck in the same old vices, they don't really change. It's better. No, it's not better. They don't really change, man. They're all pretty much the same thing, Like I know a group of my, friends from the past, we're still cool now, but to me it just doesn't make any sense associating with the same people that we used to do the same old things with, And they all go to somebody's house. They all go to one of their friends' houses after work, especially in the summer, They all meet up there and they're just smoking and chilling on their phones and just showing each other, hey, look what's on my phone. Hey, look what's on my phone. Hey, look at this meme. Look at this picture. Look at this girl. Look at this article. Look at this fake news. It's like there's not much evolution. I think I'm gonna take this jacket off, man. It's too stuffy. It's like there's just not much. There's not that much evolution. People are just kind of stuck in the same old routine, and it's not going anywhere. So this is I'm in a park where we used to come like 22 years ago, and pretty much 13 to 18 kind of thing. We would all come here, we'd meet up. I remember I used to skip supper at my house, and I used to just come over here and meet up with my friends because, I thought that was where it was at, You want to hang out with your friends. Nice, got a resting spot to put this phone. We want to hang out with our friends, and we want to, we don't want to miss out, Fear of missing out, FOMO. So I remember I used to skip supper. I wouldn't wait for my parents to get home. It's usually garbage anyway, Pizza pockets, whatever, man. Sometimes we're eating good, Sometimes, the odd occasion, the rare occasion, we're eating good, but I didn't want to miss out, smoking with my friends or hanging out, whatever, because I felt like that was all I had to look forward to, especially when I wasn't in a good place at home. Family life wasn't good. A lot of drama, a lot of nonsense. And I used to come here to this park. And I used to come here, chill with my friends. And like I said, I'm very grateful that I'm on this this journey to better myself, because it's too cold, man. I gotta use my water bottle to make this thing stay up. Gotta put the jacket back on. So yeah, I'm glad, I'm on this journey to bettering myself, and trying to reach my full potential, because I don't know what people are up to in their lives, you know. I don't know what they got going on, but just to the untrained eye or from the outside looking in, it just all looks the same to me, you know. It doesn't look like they're really doing much. It doesn't really look like they're striving for more or trying to get rid of old bad habits or, you know, really trying to break out of those strongholds, you know. I feel like a lot of people are they hold on to their old identities in a way, maybe without even knowing, and then in return they always see you as the same person, you know. They don't really want to see like the difference or the good or the change in you because they might not see it in themselves, you know. But yeah, this is Blast from the Past. I used to come here 22 years ago. We used to smoke. We used to have a good time, you know. It used to be like what we would look forward to all day. We would you know, finish school and we would all come here. I won't lie, we had some good times, you know. There's some good memories. It's just that it's been a long time now, and it's you know, it's time to move on. I gotta leave this old self behind, man. It's not helping me anymore. And I gotta say, you know, kudos to me. Uh, Gotta give myself credit on this one, you know. Yesterday was a pretty cool day. After the day 2 video that I filmed, I just went home. I listened to some very relaxing music, you know. I spoke on the phone with somebody, and I was in bed by like 3:30. I was up around noon. Wasn't much. There's a little bit of tossing and turning, you know, but it wasn't so bad. At some point, I did get some sleep, which felt great, without needing, you know, Mary Jane. Paper here. Got some stuff I want to talk about. Yeah. So I definitely, as we can see today, day 3, my hat is off. So hats off to myself for doing a good job. And day 2 was actually day 1 of not smoking at all. And now day 3 will be day 2 of not smoking at all. We're, you know, onward and upward, doing this. I'm doing it. Oh man, type in the comments. You know where you heard that from. Doing it. Yeah. So I got a subject or two here. Yeah. So I know exactly which one I'm gonna talk about. So tonight I saw a good friend of mine, well, earlier today, and really cool guy. You know, we used to work at the same place a long time ago, and it was his birthday today, and he told me about 5 times leading up to today that it was his birthday. His birthday was coming up, and I waited till I saw him, you know, to greet him happy birthday, wish him happy birthday, and shake his hand like a man, you know. And it was nice to see him and all, and he was with you know, he had all his buddies over and stuff, and he invited me over, you know. He said like, come back later, come back around, come back in the evening sometime. And he said he had like, he was gonna be making some food and stuff like that, and there were, you know, people I know from the past, from, you know, this area. We all kind of grew up together, you know. We all know each other since a long time. But when I saw him, I was actually on my way to, I had to go to Costco. I had to do some groceries and stuff because the eater was almost on empty, you know? So, I almost took him up on his offer. I like somewhat was attempting to later on, show back up at his house, and he said he has some ribs on the barbecue and all that good stuff. But in a way, it's like I kind of know why I didn't end up there, I feel like this is a new chapter, and on day 3, it's not time to go party and hang out and spend time with people that you used to do these things with, right? So I just didn't really end up over there, I just went back home. I went to a couple grocery spots, picked up what I needed, brought everything back home. I had to eat. I had to, relax a bit. I worked out a little bit more, try to get rid of some of this energy. And yeah. So I just didn't think it was a really good idea, for me to go and participate in that. Just even though it might have been good socially, but I just don't think. I just know there was people were having a good time. I'm not gonna judge. I won't point fingers at anybody. But I mean, it's just like the position I'm in. I'm on day tres. It's like I gotta start. I guess this was a good start at practicing not putting myself in certain environments anymore. At least for the time being. Until I become disciplined enough where I don't anticipate some type of a slip from myself. So I decided not to attend, and that's it. I just kept myself out of harm's way. I want to keep my head straight, and instead, I spoke on the phone with a really good friend of mine. We spoke for about an hour and 15 minutes on the phone. Time just flew. And I texted him that I was, off the green. And he like called me right away. Hey man, you off Mary J? I told him, yeah man, it's just time to start over anew, it's just like, it's interesting that he called me and we had this conversation because I was like I kind of snapped at him, earlier in the week, and I was a little bit moody, a little bit uneasy, and I just kind of was a bit rude to him through text, and then I had to like apologize the following day. And so I kind of explained to him, I said, I think this is a good move for me because it's like I don't want to be this person anymore, like it's just not being able to control how I feel in the moment, saying things that I later regret, to a good friend, someone who's like pretty close to me, kind of like a brother. I think we're both really, I think we clicked in the past because it's just like we were both kind of underdogs, rejects. We never really fit in anywhere, and then it was just, and we're such opposites too because he doesn't look anything like me. I look nothing like him. We don't dress the same. We don't really act the same. We don't really talk the same. We don't even have all the same things in common, but we're just real people, I've been there for him at, times when he's needed me, and then vice versa, he's definitely had my back when I needed it and when he was able to come through, you know. So I think it was a bit of a surprise to him, you know, to the point that he even reached out and called me and said, hey, what's going on, you know, like, what's up with you? And then he even talked about, he says, you know, if you slip up, eventually, you know, like, after your 30 days, he says, do like a supersize me or whatever and do like a 30 days on Mary Jane. And then, but I mean, I pretty much said to him, you know, I don't even want to backtrack, you know. I just want to go forward because I got a pretty harsh inner critic, you know. And it's like I can be very, very hard on myself if I'm making progress and then I kind of sabotage it, self-sabotage. And that's something I'm practicing now, you know. Like, I can't keep pulling myself back, you know. It's like I've done that for so many years of my life, and as I said yesterday, you know, I'm so blessed that, you know, I'm extremely blessed in so many ways, and I thank, you know, who the great God, you know, because I could have just not had, you know, entrepreneur type of skills and you know, the gift of being good with numbers and being responsible with money and stuff like that, which, you know, granted me in turn granted me a lot of freedom, you know, a lot of financial stability, a lot of a lot of just liberty just from having that type of a skill, you know. At times I just think, though, it's like, could I have been further along by now if I would have made this decision sooner? Or is this like divine timing, you know? Is like, am I gonna make these changes now and it's the right time because I have the right level of maturity in my head, you know, to make a decision and stick to it and really be able to, you know, 2020 vision, like really be able to see the greater good ahead, you know, like see the potential for the greater good, you know. Like I sometimes question that, but I mean, I'm really glad that I'm here, you know. This is day 3, day 2 of not smoking at all, and so that's what I said to my friend. I said, you know, I don't really want to do a back and forth series. I kind of just want to leave Mary Jane in the past along with my old self, you know. I'm ready for some new things, you know. I'm ready for some new people. I'm ready for some new business ventures. I'm ready for to develop some products, you know. I want to develop some hair products and stuff, and maybe some skincare, and I will be a perfect example of, hey, look, it works. You know what I mean? Because I already taken care of my hair, taken care of my skin. You know, I got really good regimes for that, and I'm very consistent with it. And I just feel like, you know, me still smoking and just still being that old version of me that sits around all afternoon and watches YouTube videos and, you know, gets and feels stuck at times. Like, it's gotta go, man. That's gotta go. I gotta fly, man. I gotta fly with the wind. So that's definitely what I'm hoping for, you know. That's what I'm going for. I want to just get this out of the way one time and leave it behind for good. And just, you know, I'm looking forward to what's ahead. I'm looking forward to what else I can manifest by having a clear head all the time, you know. I've already been noticing I've been spitting a lot. It's getting all that tar or resin, whatever you want to call it, starting to get rid of it. Body's cleaning itself out. And I feel like I'm thinking a lot clearer too, you know. I think like I have a different and a much better sense of clarity. I feel like even in these videos, you know, I think my speech is a little bit smoother. I think you know, as the days go on, I can process my thoughts better. My speech, I think, is already better because I think, as I remember day one, it's just like I could see it in my face. Even in the intro too. I mean, the intro, I hadn't smoked. I'm yeah, the intro I hadn't smoked all day, but like you look at my face and you could see like I don't look good. Like I look tired. I look burnt out. I look like an addict of some kind. You know, I don't. My eyes are all slanted and kind of dark underneath. Like I didn't look good. You know, I mean, I think I'm extremely attractive. You know. I think I'm an attractive, I think I'm a beautiful person, you know, inside and out. But I just think I just didn't look my best, you know. I just looked like I was going through it, you know. I just looked like my body was not in a good place, you know. My mind was just probably craving it, you know. Like that's probably why I looked like that. And it was like, I think I've noticed that um, when we're like when I'm detoxing from the Mary J, um, it's like I get a feeling that like it's like there's so much THC built up somewhere in your mind, in your head, somewhere in your body, and then when you stop putting it in and just adding to it and maintaining that level of THC, it's like it wherever it's all built up, it starts to like deteriorate and like break down and like go into your bloodstream. And it's like when I filmed that intro video, it's like I felt high, you know, but I wasn't. It was just like, I don't know, it was leaving my system. And I guess I was a little bit upside down, you know, just how I felt. And just I was in a stage of like somewhat withdrawal slash craving, you know. But all in all, oh, and my appetite is pretty good. My appetite has got better. My appetite is like today I ate everything. I was cool. Like I ate breakfast, 8 eggs, 2 toast, a couple little chocolate thingies from Costco. It like uh, almond and cocoa, healthy fats, you know. And then later on I had my shake. That went down smoothly. Then I had a little bit of leftovers from last night, which was a burger and some sweet potato fries. Then I went out for a bit, and then when I came back, I had another burger and more sweet potato fries, and I mean it all went down pretty smoothly, you know. I had made 2 burgers and sweet potato fries, and I ate half of it, you know. So it's like I still got in pretty much the same thing as I did yesterday, just in different portions. But I wasn't like forcing it or anything, you know. It was like the food was just going down. It was cool, you know. But which was because it's annoying because you know if your body is like, oh, I want that weed, I need that joint to just get the food in and to be hungry, to trick me that I'm hungry, it can be really difficult, man. It can be difficult because it's like if you're much more comfortable, if you're you know, like me, you like to work out and you like to eat, or just like anybody, you know, you want to eat, you don't want to not eat, you want to, you know, you don't want to be skipping meals and stuff like that, you don't want to be losing weight and just going on an involuntary diet of whatever, decreasing your calories like that. It can be difficult, because I think that was one of the struggles I would, deal with in the past, is that, it would be difficult to quit because I wouldn't be able to eat the same way, and then I'm bodybuilding, and it was just like, oh no, I can't do this, I need this to keep going and to cope and to, So I would highly recommend that if anybody ever if you ever want to quit, try to do what I did, start by not smoking during the day anymore. That's number one. Number two, when you smoke at night, you're gonna realize that it hits you so much harder, and you actually get more in touch with how strong it is. You actually feel the effects of what it's really doing to you, because then it starts becoming a bit less of a dependence. It's less of your body needs it, because you're slowly detoxing, you're slowly weaning off. So yeah, I would recommend that you cut out smoking during the day, and then when you do smoke at night, be very conscious, be very aware of how you feel. Don't just smoke and just, I have to smoke this full joint, I need this much to be stoned, I need this much to feel good enough, to feel whatever. Be very wary, be very conscious of how you feel, because that's how I got to that's how I went from one joint at night to basically I just paid attention to how I felt, and I was like I said in my other video, I was like, what is this, like I was so high off like half of it, and I was like, man, I'm good, mercy, just butched it out, and just tomorrow's another day, so stop smoking during the day. That's step one. And then step two, I would recommend have yourself a joint at night that will help you with your especially if you're like me and like most people, you use it before bed to mellow you out and to tire you out and get you to sleep. Just be very conscious of how you feel. Don't try not to consume a lot at night to make up for what you're not doing during the day anymore. And get to a point, maybe in the beginning you'll need the full joint before bed, because your body's in shock. It's hard on the mind. It's hard to adapt to that change right away. But I would definitely recommend that you scale it down to half a joint, and then you keep that other half for the following night. You smoke that half, don't smoke more than that, you go to bed, and save or smoke this joint or this half joint the following night. Smoke it as late as you can, really try to tire yourself out naturally. Watch videos, work out, take a walk, make a video, do whatever, Try to tire yourself out in different ways, and then just have that little bit just to, take that edge off, but really save it till like later in the night, because then there's less of a chance that you smoke it and you get lost watching videos or doing whatever you're doing, and then you come down, and then you might feel like you want more, this and that. So save it to the very end of the night, whatever time that is for you as an individual. So yeah, and then when you're at half a joint a night, you roll one night, smoke it halfway, keep the rest for the next night. I'm pretty proud of myself, man. I did that for like the last 4 or 5 nights before last night, and I was at like one joint before bed, and then it was like, I think the following day it was like I rolled another joint, and then like I smoked half of it, and I was like, I'm good, man. I'm tapping out. I'm good. So I just, I put it away, and I just saved that for the next night, and that way I'm cutting down. It's costing me less money. I'm consuming less, and my tolerance is going down. So it didn't really take long, I realized, you're smoking half a joint and you're good to go, you're going to bed, so it's like I was really very anxious about, the insomnia, and I heard that in a video on YouTube as well, where the guy celebrated his 100 days clean from Mary Jane, and he basically said, like, I think I lost my train of thought, did I? What did he say? Yeah. It's the weed. So yeah, he said he made a really good point, man, and this guy really helped me a lot. Just hearing his video, he talked about how his life and his business world and everything really improved when he just let go of the weed. Even though he said he still got everything done, He's still a very productive guy, but he just wanted to get rid of it, Pretty much same thing with me. I still got pretty much everything done. It's just that it's so strong now that it'll make you down, it'll make you lazy, it'll make you postpone activities, it'll make you postpone going out. Oh, I'll do this tomorrow. Like, I'm like, this has gotta go, man. This is stupid. I'm not a teenager anymore, I need to be at my best. I need to be high performance. I want to be the guy that my friends are like, that's my boy, like I come around and they know that I bring that vibe and I bring that energy, and it's infectious, and I motivate people, and I just bring that essence of progress and positivity and forward motion, and basically the thing is like, when you're at halfway, when you're at half a joint before bed, it's like I realize I'm only using this much, it's like that's almost nothing. And one thing that was interesting that I heard from the guy in the video is that he said, and this I love this because I was almost seeing this coming for myself, and he basically said, don't start taking sleeping pills and stuff like that, like don't start taking melatonin and this and that and whatever, and don't start all that, because it's like, he made a really good point. He said, like, we're detoxing from stuff. We're not trying to retox with new stuff, so it's like yeah, so I would highly recommend, you just slowly, gradually cut down, get to that half a joint a night, and at that point, I mean, it's so little. That's why last night I was just like, what am I gonna do? Roll another joint, and then I'm gonna smoke half, and then I'm still gonna have the half left, and I'm gonna smoke that tonight, and then it's just gonna, I'm not gonna go nowhere, So I got 2 nights ago, I smoked the last half. I just said, you know what, this is it, man. It's so little half a joint. Like, at that point, do you really even need it? When you used to be smoking 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day, you're smoking that before bed. Iron frame here. It's like, do you even really need it anymore? Might as well just sacrifice, just lay your head to rest and hope for the best, because it's like, it's so little. It's if you ask me, you're ready, you're ready to take that step, and you're ready to just give it a go, give it a shot. Just go to bed, and that's it. Whatever happens, if you toss and turn, oh well, too bad. It's just because I used to have a job a long time ago, and random job several years ago, and I mean, I didn't like the job. You know, I didn't like the job. I didn't like the people there. I wasn't in a good place in my life, in my head, whatever. And it was so messed up that, like, I really wasn't in a good place. But I would smoke, and even smoking wouldn't put me to bed because, like, I don't know, I don't remember what it was. I was taking a lot of pre-workout at the gym too. That definitely didn't help. But I was taking like Nitol and melatonin and this and that, and it was like, you develop a tolerance to this stuff too. And then you start taking several pills of that, you know, then you're on 2-3 melatonins a night, and then what are you, a melatonin addict now? Like, that's stupid, man. That's stupid. So I forget the guy's name, man. Oh, his name was Daniel too. I forget his last name, but his name was Daniel as well. God bless that man. God bless that man. Yeah, his name was Daniel as well. I just forget his last name. I might throw his last name into the next video, you know, just to shout him out, you know, because this guy definitely was like kind of like a push that I needed, you know. But yeah, I really liked what he said about that. He's like, you know, what are you gonna do? You're gonna be addicted to sleeping pills now too? Like, just you're on one substance. You have one substance to get rid of. Don't overcomplicate everything, and don't start substituting one thing for another, because then, like, what are you doing? You know, you're just in a perpetual cycle of addiction and dependence on one substance or another. We don't want that, you know. We just want to let, you know, especially if you only have one vice, let it go and move on, you know. Just make that sacrifice. Don't overthink the insomnia, you know. Don't be over anxious about the insomnia. Just get it over with. Get your use to as little as possible, and just take the step, man, to make that move, and just you'll feel a lot better. You'll feel a lot better. Already in my conversations in the last few days, I feel so much better, man. I feel like I can really express myself. I really get things off my chest. I'm truly speaking from the heart. Much more clarity, you know, much more clarity. I'm not as restricted in my speech. It's just different. It's a learning curve that I'm going through right now, and it's hard to even describe the changes I'm going through, because it's very, very current. It's very, like, present, you know. It's like it's happening as we speak. These minute changes, and I can't even really describe them or put them all into words. I just notice differences. I just notice I'm different. I just notice I talk to people and they're like, wow, like, you know, they could tell it's a different side of me, you know. I even rewatched my last 2 videos, and I'm really impressed with myself, you know. I'm making some progress, and I feel like there's a side of me that's been suppressed, that I've been holding back, that, you know, that downer vibe from the weed just kind of pushes that real me away, you know, and parts of me just keeps it packed away. And yeah, so I've just noticed the feedback in talking with people in the last few days, that, and even in my videos, that I'm able to express myself more. I'm able to get my point across. I can freestyle just talking about this, and it's not very repetitive, you know. It's like the wheels in my brain are turning a lot more efficiently, you know. So yeah, I mean, it's 44 minutes in right now. 44 minutes and 20 seconds. Hey, what you got to say? a whole lot. I got a whole lot to say. But yeah, so that's that. Unfortunately, it's pretty dark tonight, so I couldn't really show you the park that I'm at. But I'll definitely come back during the day sometime, and I'll give you a much better visual of this memory lane park over here, where it all began. Pretty much, this was pretty much the spot. So I'll definitely come back here when it's lighter earlier in the day. Don't forget I'm in Canada, and right now it's dark at like 4:30. This is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen this before. So yeah, it's way too dark for. And also I'm doing the face cam, and I don't know, I was like trying to play with the buttons over here and the options, and I couldn't even find like the button there where you swap the view, like the front cam. I couldn't even do that. So it's like, and then put the flash on, so I couldn't even show you anything really. So yeah, that's why the first part of the video was kind of dark and stuff. And but yeah, I hope somebody got something from this video. I hope this helps to guide you somewhat in your journey to let go of this vice, or if you have a different vice. I hope it helps you. And yeah, that's that. So I'll be signing off now. This is Daniel. This was day 2 of fully clean, me no lie. And yeah, so I'll definitely see you tomorrow for day 4 of 30 days clean from Mary Jane after 22 years. Peace.